Call the council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilors Benega?
Here.
Brown?
Here.
Costello?
Here.
Jameson?
Here.
Knudsen?
Here.
Litz?
Here.
Staggers?
Present.
Anderson?
Here. Quorum present. Tonight we'll be led in the invocation by Councilor D. Knudsen. After the invocation, we'll have the pledge. I'd ask everyone to please rise.
God of power and might, wisdom and justice, continue to guide Mayor Munson and the city councilors as we strive to make the best decisions for Sioux Falls. May we always seek the ways of righteousness, justice, and mercy. Grant that we may be enabled by your powerful protection to lead our city with honesty and integrity. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Let's.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconds. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knudsen?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. The consent agenda has been approved 8-0. Is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
I so move
Knudsen
Knudsen.
moves, second.
Second. Let's.
Litz seconds. Further motions? Seeing none, all in favor of approving regular agenda, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knudsen?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. The regular agenda has been approved 8-0. Now is the time that we set aside a period of 5 minutes. Anyone wishing to address the council, just give their name and come forward at this time.
Kyle Weiderman, up on North Dakota Avenue, Sioux Falls. I want a clarification as to the fire hydrant cleaning it out of the snow. When the city piles 5 and 6 foot of snow over a fire hydrant, I have talked to different departments in the city, and they say the homeowner or the property owner is responsible. That is a blatant lie. They have no business telling somebody that there's an ordinance on the books, that there is no such ordinance. It came out on the news this evening that there is no ordinance. The fire department would appreciate it. It's a very good, a person should naturally do it. I've done one fire hydrant 4 times this last snowstorm, and they come right by and bury it again. Now, I'm not going to ruin my equipment trying to break through ice that's come off the street. So I came from the sidewalk and went around it. It's fully accessible. But somebody has to get the word out to the city departments that the property owners are not responsible for that unless you're going to put an ordinance on the books.
Well, let me, and I appreciate your comments, but let me find out and to get something back to you.
It was put on the news tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see
Okay,
it.
excuse me. And then another thing is, when you don't have a grassy area between the street and the sidewalk, and I'm out at 2:30 in the morning cleaning sidewalks, and the city comes by and puts 3 foot of snow across a 5-foot sidewalk for 2 blocks, and then I have to go beg and plead for them to come and get it off. There's something wrong. Thank you.
Let me find out on that on the issue.
They did do it, but I was down there in their face.
Let me find out what the deal is, and then I'm trying to think what's the best way to get a hold of you. Do you want to just call our office like Wednesday or so? I'll try to get some. Call the office. Okay. Others that wish to address the council for public input.
My name's Tim Stanger. I just want to be nice tonight. Hey, I got some people that their unemployment's just about running out, and they go down for help, and they're having problems getting help to be able to stay in their houses that they're at. What's the city going to do when You get a lot of people that their unemployment's running out, and it gets so accessible that you're going to have so many people out on their butts, not being able to have a place to live or not being able to have food or shelter. I watched down at the Salvation Army, that's where I live by, and I watch families go in there with kids, and it's just not right. And I don't know what the city's going to do to try to help these people to be able to stay in their properties. I know the government's come out with the money, but eventually that's going to run out. And being able to, for sales tax revenue, that's going to go down a little bit more. For a free clinic, the county or the city is going to have to come up with more money for the clinic. It's going to dry us up a little bit, and I'm just wondering how we're going to be able to come up with that extra money to be able to satisfy every need that the people need. And reading the newspaper, and a lot of people aren't very happy, but I got a feeling that they misread it. Well, the county got their raise, which I think that all the people that work for the county should say, no, we're not going to take it this year because of a hardship on the city of Sioux Falls, even the county, Minnehaha County. The gal that runs, the superintendent for the schools, I think that she should come out and say that I can't take it because there's a lot of people out there hurting. A lot of people thought that the city council got their raise too, but these guys told me that you guys didn't get a raise, so I can't chew you guys out tonight. But I'm here for the people that are struggling in their homes. I'm here for the old people that are having problems paying their bills. I'm here for the people that are running out of unemployment, and they don't know where to go, what to do, and eventually everything's going to dry up for them. So I think the city's got to think of something or somehow to take care of these people. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Tim. Others that wish to address the council for public input? I see no one coming forward, so we will move into the Mr. Whittle.
Can I take one more minute? Something happened this last snowstorm, and I don't know if the city's aware of it. I made one of the gentlemen aware of it. The street department literally buried at least one car with an excavator, snow removal equipment, because it was on the street. Instead of moving it, or taking it and towing it, they literally buried it. They ruined the car. Now, I've heard of two more, but this is one that I saw. And I contacted the street department, and the police department's aware of it.
Okay. Okay, let's move into the regular agenda. Item number 1.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the revised ordinances of the city by amending Chapter 15.5 fees.
Good evening, Chad Hebe with the Engineering Division of Public Works. Section 15.5-6 of City Ordinance discusses the exemption of fees. It currently states that certain organizations are exempt from payment of fees for permits and inspections from planning and building services and public works. Tonight's ordinance clarifies the exemptions available to those organizations by adding administrative reviews conducted by Public Works.
Questions of Chad on item number 1? Go ahead.
Yeah, Chad, I was just wondering, what kind of criteria did you use?
To determine,
Yes, which organizations would be exempt? I'm in favor of this ordinance, by the way, but...
the ordinance is existing today, and I don't know who drafted, the 4 organizations are Habitat for Humanity, Make-A-Wish, Repair Fair Projects, the Home Builders Association, and Home Modification Wheelchair Ramp Program of Prairie Freedom Center.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't add any new organizations.
Okay.
Further questions? Go ahead.
Just a comment. I did my first repair fair thing with the home builders, I think, in 1992, so things have been the way they are for at least that long, because I know I had to pull the permit back then, and there was no charge for it. So I'm glad to see that the platting fees and review fees are also included on this, because I think some projects will come up from time to time that would include those items.
And engineering has not been charging. We just, our doing some housekeeping with this ordinance. So.
Further questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 1? Not, is there a motion?
Move to approve, Brown.
Brown moves, is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve item number 1?
Yeah, Mr. I have an amendment to the proposed ordinance. I move that we amend the ordinance. The third line down, after Prairie Freedom Center, delete the comma, put in a semicolon, and then after the semicolon, put proposed county homeless shelter, semicolon, St.
Proposed what?
Francis House.
I'm sorry, propose what?
Proposed county homeless shelter. And then after that, a semicolon. And then St. Francis House, semicolon, and Union Gospel Mission, comma. So we would be adding 3 organizations to this. Most of them, well, dealing with homeless people.
You got homeless shelter, St. Francis, what's the other one?
And the Union Gospel Mission.
That's a motion.
If I may, Kermit, I would second that, but if you could change the name to the County Permanent Supportive Housing, is what I believe they're calling it.
Okay, that sounds fine.
So that's your motion then?
Yes,
Okay, that's the motion that made. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Brown seconds, okay, go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, Chad, do you know, have those organizations been charged permit fees for the construction projects that they have going on?
With the organizations that Councilor Staggers mentioned, the engineering would not be charging them any fees because it's plan review fees. If they were replatting, that review fee. Now, I can't speak for building services on any of these because, building services still does the inspections. They just waive the fee. So I can't, if these organizations have done work, it'll affect building services more than it will public works.
Mr., I guess, I don't know if this is a question for legal or what, but if we do this, and I think it's a good motion, Kermit, I really do, but if we do this and we find out later on it's not necessary, or, building services is not here to tell us about this, are we being a little redundant, or would this set the stage for the future? And then I think of other organizations like the Glory House, they build a lot, Volunteers of America is building a new building. The list goes on and on here, I guess, and I'd like to give them all a free pass, I would, but I guess it brings up other questions to me.
I don't know.
Mayor, going along those same lines of what you said, I guess I was wondering I'm not opposed to Councilor Stager's addition either, but the only thing is I wonder when we're adding a few more specific ones if we're better off to just say nonprofits in general. I don't know. Would there be any great damage if we would just delay this for a week and talk to building services more as far as seeing why are the all these are wonderful nonprofits that are either listed here, some of these are organizations more than nonprofits, but obviously Councilor Stager's suggestions are all wonderful nonprofits, but I'm just saying, is it possible that we're forgetting other very, very worthy nonprofits by picking and choosing like this? That's my question.
Would you want to defer it until, that'd be the 19th?
Yes,
I
would like.
With the pending amendment?
I would like to do that. I'd like to make a motion for a deferral for a little bit more information.
With the pending amendment?
Until January 19th.
Okay. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Bendigo seconds that motion. Comments on the motion to defer it until next week. Been made second.
Yeah, I guess at this point in time, I guess I'm supportive of that deferral, as long as we are serious about taking a look at other organizations and adding more organizations. That would be fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vern. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You got four.
Sorry. Councilor Sagers, yes, it's not a delaying tactic or anything by me. Not that I would ever do that because that's not my style, but I just was wondering if we shouldn't just say nonprofits,
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor.
I just had a question for Chad. How much do these fees typically amount to? And I'm sure it's based on the size of the project, but can you kind of give me a range?
Well, I can tell you what like for and once again, these are what engineering charges. I can't get in,
Right.
Counselor Litz could talk more about the building permits, but if we're reviewing a plat or a replat, we charge $80 to review it, and then $10 per lot. Preliminary plan review fee is $225. Development engineering review fee is $300 plus $10 per lot. Construction plan review fee is $100.
Okay. Thanks, Chad.
Pat?
My question is, was Counselor Knutson's motion a substitute motion? Because I think there was a motion and a second on the original.
There's a pending, so we just have, what we do is we defer it with the pending amendment, because there's been a motion made and seconded, so the pending amendment will still be there. So as it comes back next Monday, Tuesday, excuse me, then the amendment's still attached to the ordinance, then we'd have to take action on that, because it's still going to be there, so you got to take action on that amendment, because that's got precedent right now. So that's how that would work. Is there further questions?
You know, I would just say this, that there are some nonprofits out there that are building properties and selling them, and, you know, so just because it's a nonprofit doesn't necessarily exempt it, you know, in my mind, from it. We have to kind of, I guess, look at the individual entity and decide what they're doing, what role they're fulfilling, and whether or not they should pay it. It may, you know, we need somebody else's opinion on this, I guess.
Go ahead, Gerald.
Yeah, I was going to suggest the same thing, because there's many nonprofits that are foundations, church groups, hospitals, clinics, that I'm not sure that we want to include under the whole criteria of a nonprofit exemption. I think there has to be some more definition of the mission of the organization.
Okay, we've got the motion to defer until the 19th with the pending amendment. Further comments? If not, all in favor of the deferral will vote yes, those opposed no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes. That motion prevails, 8-0, has been deferred until January 19th with a pending amendment. Item number 2.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, approving the release of the permanent utility easement in Lot 1, Tract 1, First Interstate Bank Addition, Minnehaha County, South Dakota.
This permanent utility easement is on the southwest corner of 26th Street and Marion Road. The easement was granted to the city for the construction and maintenance of sanitary sewer, water, and storm sewer utilities. Since these utilities are private and not public, the city does not need the easement. Engineering recommends release of this easement.
Questions, Chad, on item number 2? Others that wish to address the council on item number 2? Council discussion or action?
I move for approval of item number 2, Knutson.
Newsom moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve item number 2? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 2 has been approved, 8-0. Item number 3.
A resolution approving the special assessment roll for the construction of sidewalk on both sides of North Westport Avenue from West Russell Street to 350 feet north of West Sencor Drive.
On February 19th of 2008, the City Council approved the resolution of necessity to construct sidewalk on this project and assess the cost to the adjoining properties. The sidewalk was installed in 2008 in conjunction with a sanitary sewer project. Tonight's resolution will assess $84,691.26 to 17 properties in accordance with city ordinance.
Questions of Chad on item number 3? Go ahead.
Yeah, Chad, this is kind of an industrial area, isn't it? Is that the best way to classify this?
I don't, there's, you know, motels, hotels.
Yeah.
There's some automotive
No
body
homes
shops.
or anything there?
No.
You know, I guess I'm just wondering why we go overboard sometimes on these sidewalks. This time around, we're doing it on both sides of the streets. Sometimes you have to wonder, you know, if we're going to do these, why do them on both sides of the streets? Because, for example, on 4th Avenue in central Sioux Falls, you know, we have a sidewalk on the east side, and then on the west side is McKinnon Park. We don't have a sidewalk, so we allow that there. So I guess I'm saying here, if we're going to have sidewalks on Westport, why do we have to have on both sides? Because it's not even a residential area.
Well, it is very close, I'll say, to the river, where there is a trail. And second of all, we have historically installed sidewalk on both sides of the street. We've never took the position that, okay, sidewalk is going to only be on the north side of the road, or it's going to be on the west side. Now you have property owners on the north side that have sidewalk, have to maintain it, have to remove snow on it. And now the homeowner on the south side of the road doesn't have those responsibilities. So, you know, we've just historically, we put it on both sides of the road. And we don't show an advantage to either property owner.
So in the future, are we going to put sidewalks in McKinnon Park?
We'll have to look at it. There's always, the possibility is always there.
Yeah. Because if we want to be consistent in what we're doing, you know, we would have sidewalks.
Well, we can't go to every neighborhood.
If this is a city property, we should be setting a good example for the rest of the people.
Well, I'll note it.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to say that at this point, it does kind of look that way, but as I consider the future of what's going to happen north of this property, and the fact that the interstate cuts you off from going west, pedestrian traffic will either have to go north up to Benson Road or come down here to cross over the interstate. And like I say, housing is going to come out north of there, and I believe someday that this is going to be an important sidewalk for pedestrians. Maybe not today, but it's going to happen. So I would urge fellow councilors here to pass this thing here tonight.
Further questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 3?
Tim Stang again. I live in a neighborhood that we don't even have curb cutouts for people with wheelchairs. But now we're worrying about sidewalks on a street that probably doesn't need one to begin with. What's more important, are handicapped kids that are riding down with their wheelchairs, or handicapped people that are coming from the old people's home that live down the street from me? Or are we going to worry about a sidewalk? I always thought curb cutouts. I look at all these new neighborhoods, and they have all nice, good curb cutouts, but you come over the east side, we stop at my house. The curb cutouts are not done. The curb cutouts are not even probably scheduled to be done. So we're worried about putting a sidewalk here that probably won't be used in 5 or 10 years, but yet I can't get a curb cutout when a young child on a wheelchair is coming down the street, or an old person that has to go up in their wheelchair, they have to go around.
If I may, you know, we go back to these old areas of town every year and install the accessible ramps. So
We do territory areas every year, quite a few of them. So, others that wish to address the council, item number 3. Is there a motion to approve?
I so move Knutson.
Let's move second.
Second, let's
Seconds. Further comments on the motion?
Well, I guess I would vote for this if the city was paying for it. But since this is city property, a city sidewalk, the city should be paying for it and not the adjacent property owner.
Okay, we got a motion been made and seconded. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve? Vote yes. Opposed, no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 3 has been approved, 7 yes, 1 no. Item 4.
A resolution to modify the revenue obligation loan agreement in connection with the $2,621,000 City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota Storm Drainage System Revenue Bond, Series 2008A, issued pursuant to ordinance number 2708.
this resolution modifies Appendix A of Ordinance 27-08, which is associated with a state revolving fund loan to fund drainage improvements. Appendix A will be revised to read that 10 detention basins will be retrofitted instead of 8. Doug Hyack, our bond counsel, is here tonight to answer any questions, if you have any.
Questions of Chad? Others that wish to address the council on item number 4? Not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Costello.
Costello moves, is there a second?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds.
Did we need to amend that then? Was there, do we need to amend that to?
No, the resolution, approving the resolution will make that change.
Okay, further questions? We've got a motion been made, second to approve item 4. I see no further comments, so all in favor will vote yes, those opposed no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes. All members present have voted. Item 4 has been approved 8-0. Is there a motion to adjourn? Move for Jameson moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Seneca seconds. All in favor of adjournment, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilors Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes. We stand adjourned.
Mayor, I need your